Some people think that college admissions is just luck, that no matter what you do, it comes down to chance. But the truth is, there is a playbook, and most students never get to see it because honestly, you have to spend the time to understand it. So I have one strategy that is going to get you a direct path to the top 3 colleges, and that path is ready an international competition. So your chances of getting into Harvard, Stanford, Princeton improve dramatically if you win an international competition. I'm Tina Chulette, founder of Blue Skies Ivy League Consulting. I have put students through this program of live coaching. This channel breaks down what it actually takes and gives you a lot of actionable advice on elite admissions. So if that's what you're concerned about, you are in the right place. But if you follow this, you have a really good shot at the top colleges, okay? So let's check out the exact profiles of these 3 students, and we're gonna go through all of the international competitions that they won. So let's go through this. So student 1, straight away, their academics, okay? SAT 1560, GPA, which in the US is out of a 4.0. This character had a 4.6, AP 9 tests, all with a 5 and a ranking of 1 out of 31 people in his grades. A few of the other extracurricular, so piano. This person was invited to play at concerts. They were Trinity level 6. They were also an author, 9 novels, 9 million views. Yes, at less than 18, this is some of your competition. This person also started a nonprofit called Between You and I. She didn't formally register it, but it was a passion project. It was related to concert and music. She raised about 10,000 USD. She also interned for small farmers in Nigeria. She did this using one of those online microfinance platforms as well. Not one of her largest activity, but again, supporting that she did for her application. For the academics and honors, so the first one is the Davidson Fellowship. Less than 5% of students in the United States, or applicants, I should say, get this. It's extremely competitive. It's a national level award. The student also won the Gold Key, which for Scholastic Writing Award, he wrote a short story. Approximately 5 to 7% of regional submissions get pulled to the national level. It's a very artistic, merit-based, and it's got a lot of prestige. Okay, so obviously amazing credentials. Here we go, student number 2. So academics, okay, again, 4.8 out of 4.0, a 1600 SAT, 7 AP courses with top performances of 5. By the way, I have an entire video on going through what matters for academics. I'll link it at the bottom. I've also shared a card up here, so you can just go through, do I really need a 1600? Now for research, they conducted some summer research, but nothing that was very out of the ordinary. They were also, for their leadership, they led a USA Olympiad study class. They were captain of their Science Bowl team, editor of the school's philosophy magazine. So let's go into the awards and honors of the student. So the first one was a silver medal for the International Biology Olympiad overall. What a silver means is that you have ranked in the top 30% of all elite competitors. Extremely prestigious. The second award that they had was they were a 2-time National Science Bowl champion. Again, the acceptance rate is less than 1% at the national level. The National Science Bowl is part of the US Department of Energy. There's about 4,500 teams that compete in this, and only 1 team wins per year. So again, it's a rare achievement. They also won the Ocean Science Bowl at the state level. So again, the state level is regional competition, but it's highly competitive, around 20% chance of winning depending on the state. All extremely well achieved accomplishments. A great overall applicant. Again, let's wait to get the full analysis. Just one more student and we'll go through that so you can see what are the similarities between them. They received as a US student SAT score of 1590, class rank of 1. They got 5s on 8 different exams. There are a few others that the student worked on. They conducted research with the Caltech professor in sophomore year, so that's the paper that got published. They also founded the Physics and Biology Research Club. Now, we don't know what those clubs achieved, but I will tell you again, when you're applying to the top 5, founding a club is not considered especially out of the ordinary, though, of course, it's about the impact. It's about what do you do with that club once you form it. Now, here are the awards and honors. So they attended the HCSSIM math program in ninth grade. It's highly competitive, a 10 to 15% acceptance rate. The Hampshire College Summer Studies in Mathematics is basically a 6-week program for high school students. They also published a paper in a peer-reviewed science journal, PNAS, and the acceptance rate for that as well is under 10%. Specifically, it's for teens, but again, a very rare achievement. The US Physics Olympiad, they were semi-finalists, okay? There's only 400 semi-finalists that make it, less than 5% acceptance rate. US Chemistry Olympiad as well, they were a part of, very competitive. Only 7 or 8% of students get awarded in that. So you can see their level of achievement in awards was extremely high. Now, of course, these are students for your Stanford, MIT, and Harvard. This is not ordinary, and I'm not expecting you to believe this is ordinary. This is somebody who is very rare, but I want you to know that these are the people that you're competing with. What I see that's very common is a lot of students coming to me with very little on their resume and expecting that they can apply to these schools. This hopefully helps you to understand that what people are doing to reach these types of heights is incredibly difficult. So why do honors and awards matter more than you think? What are the most critical patterns in these success stories? Every student had external validation through honors and awards. So whether it's an Olympiad ranking, an international competition, a selective research programs, published papers, recognition from well-regarded institutions. These are all pieces of their application that are extremely crucial, right? So with so many applicants saying they have top GPAs, top test scores, it just helps to provide concrete proof of your skills, right? Awards are really easy for admissions officers to understand since they come with clear rankings, selectivity rates. It also highlights your qualities, right? By the way, if you're still confused or unsure, check out my step-by-step courses, which are linked at the bottom. They're designed to basically simplify everything, and you can watch them at your own pace at a very small fraction of the price you pay for live coaching. So how do I know that competitions matter? Of course, the first is the personal experience I have with my own students, but I have the raw data from Harvard itself. Remember the Supreme Court case where they had to release 160,000 students' data? So we basically found out exactly how do admissions work, not just for Harvard, but we can extrapolate and say it's for the other top 10 schools. The Harvard admissions process is all about giving you a rank of 1 if you are this rare, unique student. And in their definitions, an academic rank of 1 means that you've either published some kind of research in a teen magazine, most likely, or you've basically won some kind of prestigious competition. If you want more information, you can check out this How to Get into Harvard Admissions Secrets Revealed. It's a video that I have ready to dive into all of that. So if you're applying from outside the US, the challenge is even greater, right? You're competing in a global pool, and US college admissions have less than 20% open for international students, right? And that's why getting recognition at the international stage becomes such a powerful equalizer. So what do you do next? Decide whether or not you're serious about the top tier colleges. You probably are, because that's why you're here. Do not wait for the last minute to look for the competitions. Like I said, winning is not instant. You are going to have to fail. You are going to have to take time to find the team that you want. Start early, identify the competitions you want, apply widely. The right honors and awards could be the difference between you getting admitted and you being rejected. Again, if you're considering studying abroad in the US or you're a domestic student that needs college advice, stay tuned because I have a lot more for you. And if you're confused, as always, book a free consultation. You and I will sit for 30 minutes and you can ask me your most pressing questions. If not, keep watching, subscribe, share with somebody who you think might like it. This is a new channel, guys, so I need your help, okay? Thanks so much. See you in the next one.